Welcome back, it's me, Lou. I'm here for another action figure review, and today, from Hasbro, we are featuring the Marvel Legends Ironheart figure. So this is Riri Williams as she appeared in Black Panther Wakanda Forever. This was a deluxe boxed figure, came in the windowless plastic-free packaging. And I got to be honest with you, this is my second take on the video. My first take on the video kind of fell apart because I kept on running into issues and problems with this action figure. And I kept on swearing, and I'm like, I got to reshoot this because I don't want to get flagged. So let's get started. Right, so here is the figure with all of the accessories. She comes with the Ironheart helmet up here. She comes with two shoulder-mounted jet boosters over here and over here. My figure was kind of defective because on one of the shoulder jets, it's missing over here the black vent. As you can see here, this is the correct version of what you're supposed to get. You get this shoulder-mounted rocket. Let's bring it into focus first. So you get this shoulder-mounted rocket, and over here is a black vent that covers the front. And one of mine, it was missing the black vent, as you can see right there. It didn't fall out of the package or anything, it just didn't come with it, so that kind of bummed me out. With each vent, you get these blast effects right here. And the way the effect work is you just plug it into the exhaust, so it looks like, you know, it's like firing off, which is cool. I kind of dig that. You also get these blast effects for the feet. These are to give the illusion that she's in like jet propulsion mode and she's flying away. We've seen these before, almost like every Iron Man figure came with these kind of effects. And what's even cooler is it comes with this kind of like spiral. It's like a spiraling like a plume of smoke. So you can put the propulsion effect inside of it, so it looks like she's like jetting away, which is really cool. And you can do that with both of them. Other accessories, she comes with an extra pair of hands, so it looks like she's flying. Or if you want, you can put the blast effects inside of her palm, so it looks like she's shooting off blast like Iron Man. And then she also comes with a rail gun. You need to pull out one of the hands and swap out the shoulder, or swap out the forearm bracer with the rail gun, and then there's a hose attachment for the rail gun. Let's take a look at the figure up close. The sculpting, the likeness is pretty spot on. Very nice, clean sculpting on the hair. The armor is really nice, well done also. It's very clean, a lot of high definition details, sharp angles. It's not soft anywhere, all the sculpting is really, clearly defined. Nice shade of red too on the plastic. Personally, I prefer it if it was a little bit more metallic in finish, but for what it is, it's decent. In terms of her articulation, her head rotates. She looks down about that much, which is very impressive. She looks up. It's all right, but I think it functions better looking up once you have the helmet on because the hair piece kind of gets in the way. So once you swap out the heads, the range of motion for looking up is increased, so you can really put her in a flying pose, which is nice. The arms rotate, and then they go outward, only so far. There is a bicep cut at the top of the bicep. Pinless design for the elbows, double jointed. It's kind of a weird bend too. It doesn't feel very natural when you're folding the arm in, and it kind of bothers me. It almost feels like it's gonna, not that it's gonna break, but it feels kind of mushy. It doesn't give you that like satisfying snap, or at least my figure doesn't. So the forearm bracers are kind of loosely placed on, so they kind of like this float around and roll. If you want to add the rail gun, you need to remove one of the hands, which is kind of a chore because you kind of need to work your way in there and then pull it out. And then once you do that, you can remove the forearm armor and then replace it with the rail gun. like this. She has a mid-torso cut right there, so you can swivel and kind of lean a little side to side. There is no waist cut. Kicking forward is kind of interesting. You could kick forward, but then, due to the nature of the armor, you can't really get it in a forward position cleanly just because of the angle cut right there at the thigh. The legs do kick out also, which is nice. Double pinned or double jointed knee, pinless design. Kind of stiff on my figure. She kind of has that hoofed effect on her feet. It's kind of split open. It's kind of like the Zentran armor from like Macross, if you're familiar with that. And the articulation kind of goes like this. The shoulder mounted rockets plug into the sockets like this. And even though it's bothering my OCD, it's bothering my OCD that this vent is missing, but I'm not going to go back and pay $30 for another figure, and I'm not even sure if I can return this at this point. I mean, hypothetically speaking, I'd probably try contacting Hasbro and see if they could replace this, but I don't know if they will. Very solid figure. It looks awesome. Here are the propulsion effects, on the bottom with the smoke. It looks pretty cool. It's a really cool thing. It'd be nice if this figure came with a flight stand, so you could really get crazy with posing this figure and make her look like she's flying, but there is no flight stand. If you got that Black Widow deluxe set from a couple of years ago, that came with a flight stand, so you could probably use that. But it looks cool, make it look like she's jetting off. And like I pointed out earlier, these additional blast effects could be mounted on the exhausts. So, it really adds more, makes the figure look a little bit more dynamic. So overall, very solid figure on a scale of 1 to 10. For me, 8.5 to a low 9. Despite the fact that my figure is defective and is missing that vent, I think it's a really awesome figure. It's beautiful. Alright, so with that being said, let's wrap this one up. Once again, my name is Lou. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you're a returning viewer subscriber, thank you so much for your continued support. I greatly appreciate it. So until the next video, be safe, take care of yourself, buy lots of toys, and most importantly, be happy. And I'll see you at the next one. Alright, later.